This is Trading Simplified, and I am a trading enthusiast who likes to simplify trading. And to get started, just a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only, just to document my own journey, and you should always do your own research. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming back to the channel. I want to continue the conversation about Zoom. Is it still a buy at the current price? So clearly it's not just me looking at Zoom. Cathie Woods has also bought 157,000 shares of Zoom upon that dip around 290. So it's around 290 that Cathie Woods probably bought Zoom stock, because looking at in this area right here, the volume was 1.7 million, and that's when we had our big burst up here from a low of 289 all the way up to 297, where you can see that later on in the trading day today it just sold off back down to 290. Now this brings up the question, just because she bought, should you think about purchasing? Now I just want to bring up some support levels so you can see, instead of just blindly going in just because somebody else is buying, let's try to make a good educated decision to see if it is a good entry. Now let's say you were to buy this dip. I mean, Zoom was at 347 a few days ago. Earnings came by, it went down to 290, stalled there for a day, had a nice little pop up in the 300 area, almost breaking 300, and then back down to 290. But let's just say you bought at the 290, percentage gain coming back up, if we can reach back to our 347 range, would be a good 19% gain on your investment, which would be solid. But now I want to show where would the next support level be in case this continues to go down even further. So right in this range is your next support line in case this fails at 290 range, would be coming down to this support area around 250 to 255, which is where the breakout was. So I mean, if you were to buy the 290 and it goes all the way down, let's just zoom in a little bit to make this easier. Let's say it goes down to that 250 range. Just come down a little bit on this. There we go. Okay, so then if you were going to, you bought it at 290 and then it's going to come down to that 250 range, you have to be prepared to take a 15% loss on this, as circled by here, if it were to come down to that 255, 250 range. So it could be a 10 to 15% drop still from 290. So it's something to consider, that if you're willing to buy at 290, I would definitely be prepared to test that support level around 250, 255 and 260. Something to keep in mind, that maybe don't do your entire investment, just do 10% of what you want to buy into Zoom stock, and maybe add on the dip as it goes down. Now I just want to put things into perspective. Looking at the 5-year chart, you can see that Zoom used to trade around $85 to $100 a share. And then ever since COVID pandemic occurred, Zoom just really catapulted straight up all the way up to 588, which is a lot of, that went up very high over the course of a year or two. When you look at the 5-year chart, you can see clearly defined support levels, because you can see that it was staggering in this 240 to 260 range. So I think this is the true support level for Zoom. And it's just something to consider, that if this support level is broken below 250, then I'm honestly not sure where it could go from there. But do I expect there to be a pop? Of course. I think that there's going to be something that is going to occur when it hits these levels, if it does, especially with people buying, because when you look at these massive drops from 400, you can see the prices up here is what I'm referencing to. You can see the prices going from 380 all the way down to 290, and then you have this clearly defined support level that when it broke this resistance level, it just went all the way up to 588. So I think it's just something to consider and something to keep in mind, that Zoom could be a worthwhile investment. I mean, they're making good money. It's just their guidance was off. Obviously, you have to make your own decisions and do what's best for you. I'm not a financial advisor, but I just think looking at this, there are definitely opportunities to make money, whether you're playing the long or the short. I'm always favoring the long side, but I just wanted to put this into perspective and just to give a different idea. And if you have any comments on it, any questions, definitely. All right, so that wraps up the video for today. If you like it, please hit the subscribe button. Always helps out the channel. Appreciate you tuning in. Always make your own investment decisions and don't just blindly follow anybody. Look at the support levels, look at the resistance, follow a stop loss, and be honest with yourself.